Hello, everyone, and here is part 3 of your weekly Wednesday whips with Mo of Unseen Strands. I really need to learn how to do these short introductions. um, but this is a sock project. I know I like to think of myself as a crocheter first, but all these projects are um, knitting projects this week. And this is just my basic sock pattern. I've actually changed how I do the cast on now for these particular things. These all use the Chinese waitress cast on, which I use a crochet hook to start them. It doesn't really matter what size it is. I think it would make the difference in how big this shows, but it doesn't really make a huge difference in the end. And then I do all of my socks on 9-inch zero ChiaoGoo circulars. We have a Pac-Man Ghost as our little stitch charm. I didn't tell you the stitch charms on the other ones, but we are half finished, so we do have one finished sock this week. We were not at a finished sock last week, and for those that are curious, this is how I row count, and actually this has charms on it for 2 different projects. I only have one going right now, but these 2 charms are the ones for this particular project. A lot of times I will use a charm that's a little easier to move for my single round rows, and then this seahorse down here is doing my 10s. But yeah, I know this charm I got up in Minnesota, and the Pac-Man charm, I think we're actually from the same trip and the same store when we were up at the Minnesota Shepherd's Harvest Market. But the seahorse, I think, came from somebody who was going out of business. And they had a sea theme, and so I made sure to get that one. This I think I got from a friend, Teresa, if you're still around. I think this might have came from you, or it might be one from Ella, but I don't remember, from way back in the days. And this is a lovely souvenir that I got. That's on here. But my husband 3D prints me these little things, and then I just have it clipped to like a badge holder thing and a safety pin. And that's how I'm keeping it on here and keeping it safe, because otherwise they do break, and that's why he can 3D print me them. Oh, and this colorway, real quick, is by Melissa's Yarn Barn, and it is the Hawaiian Sunrise, I believe was the colorway. It is a basic fingering weight. I think it was a 75/25 nylon. I don't remember. It might not be a 463. It might have been like a 437 or something yardage. But those are my projects currently working on. I also have 2 different spinning projects. Actually, let's go ahead and do a 4. I can show you